So I learned a few lessons. Remember to charge the camera at night. Probably have half of a battery charge. I also learned a valuable lesson of don't midway through your trip say, hey, I'm not going to need my insulated liners anymore for my jacket, so let me put them in a dry bag. And then, yeah, this is probably the worst fog I've ever driven in. I've driven in actually worse fog, but this is, and it's a little better now, but with the curves of the roads, when I've driven in bad fog before, it's always been on straight roads. This is absolutely insane how foggy and curvy it is. Try not to have panic attacks on this. It's pretty much like when I can go 25 miles an hour, I'm pretty excited. But for the most part, I'm going 20 and below with my flashers on, with my clear waters on pretty bright. And then, praying that a car doesn't rear end me. I saw the guy I met from the campground when I was digging my liner out on his KTM, and he looked like he was having the same issue. It's not necessarily just a traction issue. It's a issue of, it's so foggy, so that makes it bad enough. And then I know I could probably have rain-X'd my visor or something like that. And I know there's probably, anybody has suggestions on what to do next time. It's not going to help me this time, but I'd like to hear them. But anyway, it's you're not going fast enough to blow the moisture off of the helmet. So it could be pretty bad. So I'm at 5,200 feet. I'm hoping I get down in elevation in a little bit. And maybe I get below the fog. That's what I'm hoping. But, now my fucking neck collar just unbuttoned. Motherfucker. So as they say in Bad or Santa, wish in one hand, shit in the other, see which fills up first. So my hoping. So this isn't as bad as it was before. I'm going about 25 and I feel pretty comfortable going 25. What's not great is my visor has water on the inside, which I wiped, and on the outside. It's not fogging, but at one point I must have opened it, probably when I was digging through my dry bag looking for my liner, which thank God I had a 50-50 shot. And it was in the right bag that I selected. And that's another thing I would say. I haven't been real good about it this trip, but fucking put the same shit in the same bag and the same pannier all the time. That way, if you do have a moment like mine and you need to find your stuff, you know where it is. You don't have to go digging through 3 bags and 2 panniers and a top box or whatever else you have. Yeah, this is really good right now. I almost feel like driving back up to where I was, except I'd probably almost shit my pants again because it was so foggy. It was ridiculous. So yeah, what did you miss before that? You missed a little bit of drizzle and some fairly good riding. After that, you missed that really shitty foggy area. Excuse me, and then now you're seeing what I'm seeing now. So, alright, well, I'm going to turn this thing off because I probably should spend more time concentrating rather than trying to make witty comments on a film. But it's be good. If I die, this will be the last footage people will see me. So, alright, peace out. And we're back. So the fog has since cleared up, which is super nice, which is great because there was a sign as I was still in the fog that said rough road next 18 miles. And I was like, great. Now I can ride with, 15, 20 foot visibility and ride over rough road. But the road's not terrible, but I mean, there's some pretty big imperfections here and there that I pray to God the fog doesn't come back. And you know, here we go. It's on these cliffs where there's not vegetation on you know, on each side, and this is where it gets pretty freaking bad. So yeah, I mean, I'm still having fun, but I put my flashers back on because it's foggy, and I'm going pretty good speed still. But yeah, I wish I would have put my insulated leg liners on. My upper body's still pretty warm. I got my OR mittens on over my gloves, and my hands are pretty warm and dry and toasty. And yeah, that's it. I just felt the need to say, next 18 miles, rough road. Awesome. Thank you, Blue Ridge Parkway. So yeah, I'm definitely going to sign out. I think this battery's only at like a third of the way charged, so peace out. And we're back. So a few random thoughts. You know, I just keep coming in and out of the fog here. Every once in a while I get in, you know, a nice stretch of, you know, maybe a half a mile where there's no fog. Let's see, what can I tell you? These Garnet Super G boots are garbage. My left one's leaking pretty good already. It's been raining hard now for a while, and it's not leaking in from the top. It's leaking from the what would that be called? Not the arch, the front part of the foot, where your like leg connects to your foot or your toes, front top part. I can feel it leaking. I can feel my right starting to leak as well. These boots, man, I'll tell you, this is the second pair I got. After the first pair, I said never fucking again, never again. And then I was like, maybe the last pair was because I cracked the sole and they were taking on moisture from there. And you know, I was like, fuck that, man. It's these things are just absolute, just garbage. They're just garbage now. There's no cracked sole. These boots are pretty much brand fucking new, and they just suck a dick. Everything else is doing pretty good. I might have a little bit of moisture on my left hand, but it also could just be the feeling, because that's happened to me before in bad rain, that you feel like there's water coming through because the hit neutral there. Alright, I'm gonna log off so I can pay attention, but just wanted to give you some more random shit to think about. Peace out. And we're back. So camera's slightly charged. Probably what you missed is a lot of rain. My gloves, so much for my gloves being waterproof, because they're not. So much for my outdoor research mittens, helping to be waterproof, because they are not either. So I think it's time to get a new set of gloves at some point. Just snotted in my helmet, which is pretty disgusting, but at this point I don't care. So yeah, totally put on did a wardrobe change that I have every pair of pants on that I own. I was pretty cold. Let me bitch about this Garnet Super G boots again. What pieces of shit. My feet were absolutely soaked, and they are probably less than 2 months old, and I probably only worn them riding prior to this trip maybe 10 times, and I'm talking like hour rides or less. So luckily I have an awesome set of wool socks that I put on, and my feet feel much better, although still a little damp. So let's see, cleared up a little bit. Looked like it started to rain again. Drizzle, but drizzle, who cares about drizzle? This section of the parkway seems to be busier, a lot more cars and traffic in it. Did I mention how much these Garnet boots suck? Yeah, it's funny. I thought about not getting these boots again, and I wrote to Garnet, and I was like, asked them if they have a warranty. I don't know if I said this already, if I was just thinking it. And they said no, they can't warranty them because they're motocross boots, and they're not. They're like dual-purposey boots, pretty boy motocross boots, maybe. But they said, yeah, we can't warranty them. And I just wanted to know if they warranty them if they're waterproof, and sure enough, they're not waterproof. They're garbage. So I can imagine if I was on a trip where I like fucking had to tough it up outside. God, I hate this goddamn thing. It's all effed up. Let's see me drive one-handed. I think what the world needs now is better Velcro. Somebody's got to invent a better Velcro that lasts more than 500 pulls. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm much happier now. Of course, when I started filming, this is probably the shittiest part of filming since I filmed today. As far as scenery wise, this is like going through some country type roads here with private property on each side. At some point I'd like to stop for some food, but probably won't because I want to try to make up some time. It's not raining. So, anywho, that's pretty much what I got. Mr. Smith said there's really not a lot of places to stay. I was gonna look for like a hotel tonight because I love to dry out my boots and that. But hell, if there's a campground along the parkway, I might just stay there. Like I previously said, I did pretty much zero planning for this trip, so it's kind of no surprise that I don't really know where I want to go or where the campgrounds are, etc., etc. Yeah, by far on the trip, this is the coldest I've been. I don't know what I was thinking. I packed a lot of my cold gear, and that was absolute stupidity because I'm headed north where it's going to be colder. It's not like it's going to be as warm as it was in South Texas or Arizona or New Mexico. You know. Alright, well, with that, I'll turn the camera off and tune in later. Peace out. And we're back. So I just ate at Thompson's Seafood and Country Cooking. Met a cute little dog. And all because the parkway is closed. Now I gotta try to figure out how to get back on the parkway. Yep, yep. Guy gave me directions, but man, they were confusing as fuck. I have no idea what he's talking about. UPS truck just stops in the middle of the road. I'll tell you, if I can find gas someplace, I'd do that too. So I think this is 441 he was talking about. I reckon I'm gonna just take it north. Until I see some signs for the parkway. I'm gonna have to just pull over someplace. We're back. So I was just trying to find, and I had the camera on the whole time of me just struggling with the GPS. So yeah, I just zoomed into the map where I wanted to get onto the Blue Ridge Parkway, and I'm hoping it's not a shitty old dirt road. I also hope the guy that gave me directions doesn't see me, because he'll probably be upset that I didn't take his directions. He probably actually won't care. So, yeah. I'm hoping it's not closed at Wildcat Ridge Road either. Please let the truck be gone. He is. That's good. This is where I just ate. 0.2 miles. It says Wildcat Ridge Road. That's what we're going to try. And we're going to try to get back on the parkway there. Yep. So I had lunch. I'm in a better mood now. It's amazing how lunch. I had lunch for $6.25. 1 meat, 2 sides, and an iced tea. Unbelievable. Looks like a Christmas tree farm here. My guess is it's still going to be closed this year. further down. It says in 0.3 miles, I'll be there. Resume safe speed? I don't understand. Huh. Son of a bitch. So there's no entrance to get on here. I think. I am correct. There's the parkway. And there is no entrance. So... well, GPS is smart. It got me to where I wanted to be. Now I gotta turn around someplace and go back. I remember how to drive my bike because I just missed the gear. Good times, good times. Sign off for a while. Peace out. And we're back. So I got the dreaded fucking no SD card era about 30 fucking times. Between Santa, I'm gonna go to fucking Alpine Star Boots and the fucking... I'm gonna get a GoPro camera, and fuck, I'll even get a different comm system if it comes down to motherfuckers. So yeah, it took me forever. I got video of it, me being a spaz trying to get back on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Because what's interesting is you're going north on the parkway, but I got onto 441 and I had to go south to get back on. So yeah. Don't ask me. Yep. So this should be good to go. GPS says we're heading north. Found a few places to stay. Hotels. Call me a wimp, but yeah, I'm kind of wimpy like that, but I'm just like, well, you know, I could camp out, but could stay in a hotel and dry everything out. So again, the parkway here seems to be a little bit more open. It's interesting, my GPS doesn't have me driving on anything right now. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how everything's just malfunctioning right now. GPS thinks I'm just running through the woods. There we go, finally put me back on the road. And the Santa gave me the dreaded SD card, no SD card message. I can't wait to get a GoPro. It's definitely justifiable. I think while I was on this trip, I got like 2 more subscribers. So I might have like 22 subscribers right now on my channel. That totally warrants getting a better camera. Probably better software too to edit these videos, because I know they're pretty poor quality. Ain't that? So Mrs. Smith sent me a picture of how to strap a pig to my motorcycle, live pig. And there was the cutest dog. I got pictures of him. I don't know if I don't think I got video of him. Maybe I did. Can't even remember. But he looked like a Shar-Pei mix. I would have strapped him to my bike and took him home. Although I think the way they show you to strap them is across your gas tank, and if you have a awesome Honda NC700X like myself, you don't have a gas tank, you have a frunk, and it's pretty wide, so you can get a lot of junk in your frunk. So it might be hard to strap a pig or a dog across your tank. Anyway, you can see, still kind of a gray day. I think it's going to start raining again later today. Can't wait for that. So, yeah, hopefully I won't be stuck in another downpour. All pissed off and cranky. See what we can see in the outlook area. I'm not going to stop, but I'll just do a kind of a look-see over there. You can all see. It's pretty cool. Alright, and with that, I'll log off. Peace out! And we're back. We're back. So it looks like I'm going to head to Sparta, Virginia, because I just checked the weather, as did Mrs. Smith for me, at this campground that I'd love to stay at, and it's pretty much going to rain all night and all day tomorrow. And we're talking like 80% chance of rain. So this must be still the lull between the storms. So, that being said, Galax. Oh, I'm not going to Sparta. I'm going to Galax, Virginia. That was just the weather for Sparta. But I'm going to Galax. Galax, Virginia. Another state down. It's not raining, so I'm so happy. I also need fuel. I don't need fuel, but I'm kind of wimpy, like I said before, you know, and plus, you know, if I get tired, if I'm at 100 miles, especially in rural America where I have no idea where I'm at, like not on an interstate, I usually get gas. Like this trip has been, oh, this is a pretty picture here. I like those like S-curving roads. I think this one's cool too because it's lined by the fence on both sides. Getting a little ambitious there, being in 6th gear. So yeah, gotta be the trifecta if there was a Subway there or someplace else to eat and a good place to get beer for the room. My shit's actually shit. My gear is actually, and what I'm wearing is dry enough now that I actually, you know, I wouldn't mind camping, except I really hate having to pack up in the rain. You know, backpackers are probably, if any backpacker watches, they probably laugh, but it's the truth. I ain't lying. Yep. Wonder if that's where I'm headed, up that hill where that truck is. Time will tell. I bet you I am. So I still got 13 miles till I get off the Blue Ridge Parkway. So probably what I'll do is after I get up this hill, I'll stop filming. That way I can get some exciting in-town footage. I love the in-town footage. Alright, well, sounds like a plan. Watch for falling rocks. Or fall-in rocks. I guess it's too ambitious for them to think you're going to see them when they're falling. But they want you to look for them when they fall in. Like they're already on the road. And I can see why. This is a big-ass cliff here. So scary. Alright, I'm going to cut it off on this upgrade. So hopefully there's enough battery power for one more segment. Peace out. And we're back. So I missed the sign, but we just entered Virginia, the state, about a mile or so ago. The sign said, Parkway enters Virginia. In 5 miles, 0.5 miles, I'll be getting off of the Blue Ridge Parkway. This has been fun. You know, it's been... Okay, it looks like I'm getting out to 89. 89! It was a good year, 1989. GPS lady is screaming at me like huge. This parkway's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. GPS lady's gonna yell again, so I'll hold my thought. GPS lady. Mrs. Smith said there's a brewery in town too. That's a big plus. Who would have thought? You can get a good beer in Virginia. I think I already checked in some beers in Virginia though. On my travels to West Virginia and Washington, D.C. You know, it'd be even better if the brewery were walking distance from the hotel. Imagine that. Speed limit is 55. Looks like, with any luck, I am going to make it to the hotel without any more rain. Day started out okay, got pretty shitty, and hopefully it ends good. Hopefully there's a fueling station in town too. We are 2.2 miles. I still have 3 out of 5 bars, which is bullshit. I really feel people get annoyed because I'm doing the speed limit, but you know, I realize this is an NC700X, but red motorcycle. Excuse me. Probably gonna get pulled over. California plates, probably gonna get a ticket. saw that delivery truck that passed. I always think they'd be like the perfect truck for like a slasher type horror movie. Yep, looks like there was something big here at one time. Now it's gone. Nights in, no thanks. I don't even know if I should say that. I'm not gonna. That's at Patent Motorcycle Sales since 1956. Mount Hill Vineyard. It's Grayson's County's only winery. I saw that sign, and the sign on the right, it said something brewer. I got excited. I thought that was the brewery. I got a car in front of us in the other lane, but that was their last name, like Glayson S. Brewer. Welderly. Staying at a Hampton Inn. You know, I probably can have memberships to all these hotels in town. Galax is a bird sanctuary, and their law enforcement is accredited. What's that place? Tasty Freeze. Haven't been to a Tasty Freeze in a while. Got the name Galax, world capital of old-time mountain music. Interesting. Go to church at 10 a.m. Baptist Church. Still 45. Something of Virginia. 2.3 miles. I'm going to be turning. U.S.A. TV and major appliances. Russell Fields, I can camp there, it looks like. Looks like a trailer park, as in mobile home park. Bam, he hits it. Ooh, Bojangles. Ooh. Alright, GPS lady, tell me where I'm going. 1.8 miles, Stewart Drive. Bojangles, fried chicken. Creekside Cafe. I'll just read everything out. Trucker's Route, stop here in red. 2017 Lawn and Garden Show. Oh, I hope I missed it. Hope I didn't miss it. Downtown. Here's petrol. I'm gonna go to. Ooh, I should have went to golf. I haven't been to a golf in ages. I'll go to mobile. We'll go to mobile. Mobile petrol. Gonna go up on the high side here and do a crossover pump. The heat parking on the low side. Socks are still wet as hell. So, well, peace out.